Watch, injured Kevin Durant loses his mind during Warriors' incredible scoring run.
Trail Blazers must have been feeling pretty good. Their scoring duo of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum was having a great game, even outplaying Warriors stars Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Most importantly for the Blazers, they had the lead, and a pretty big one at that. But then the Warriors showed us why they're the
Curry,
Warriors.
Thompson, Draymond Green, and playoff darling JaVale McGee, the Warriors erased a 16-point deficit in 4 minutes during the third quarter, and eventually took the lead with a 19-1 run. It was a barrage of three-pointers and dunks from the defending Western Conference champs. Noticeably absent was Kevin Durant, who missed his second straight game due to an injured calf. But that didn't stop the former NBA MVP from losing his mind, just like the rest of us, in the middle of the Warriors' run.
Like a freight train coming at us, Portland coach Terry Stotts said after the third quarter. They got some stops, they got out in transition. That's what they do in the third quarter. The Blazers still led by 1 heading into the fourth quarter, but the momentum had clearly shifted in the blink of an eye.
The road takes us to New Orleans, Phoenix, and Portland as we also take a trip back to the 1940s for some deep Warriors history full of shiny warm-up jackets. In the second week of the season, we're off and running. The season's first road trip bringing us to 3 cities and wrapping up here in Portland as we bring you some of the sights and sounds from the road.
Julia, beautiful find from Draymond Green.
You can see how much work we have ahead. We've got plenty of talent, but talent is not going to be enough. We got to be smart. We got to be tough. We got to just grow as a team, and fortunately, we got a long time to do that.
And Durant breaking down the lane. What a dunk by KD and the foul.
Yeah, just take it what the defense give me. You know, you play me straight up, I like my chances. So try to get there as much as possible. My guys were setting great screens for me, and I was able to get downhill some. And, you know, we were moving that ball tonight.
Ian Clark has been a magician.
We're trying to find our way right now. We got a lot of different lineups, a lot of changes going on with the rotation, but, you know, and a lot of new guys. So being able to put a game like this under our belt shows that we have promise, and we're going to find it soon.
Next week, we celebrate some team history at Oracle Arena, and we'll be doing it all season here on the show and in the arena. And we start with a look forward by looking back. On November 7th, 1946, 70 years ago, the Warriors played the first game in franchise history, a road victory over the Pittsburgh Ironmen. The Warriors ultimately won the title that season, defeating the Chicago Stags in the finals for one of 2 championships that the team earned during 16 memorable years in Philly. Other franchise highlights of that era include Wilt Chamberlain being named Rookie of the Year and League MVP to cap the 59-60 season on the way to setting numerous NBA records that stand to this day, including his 100-point performance in March of 1962 against the Knicks in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The Warriors moved west to start the 62-63 campaign, playing their first 9 Bay Area seasons in San Francisco. The first title in the team's West Coast history came in 1975, with Rick Barry garnering Finals MVP honors and a 4-game sweep of the Washington Bullets. Fast forward a full decade to 1985, when Chris Mullin made his NBA debut, starting a career that would include the Run TMC era, with Mullin joining Tim Hardaway and Mitch Richmond under head coach Don Nelson to form the league's top-scoring trio in the 90-91 season. Nelly was in a second stint with the franchise when in 2007 we saw the team's first playoffs appearance since 1994. As the 8th seed, we believe Warriors upset Dallas in the opening round. Now, under the ownership of Joe Lacob and Peter Guber, the Warriors are enjoying the most successful 4-year run in franchise history, with the team's first title in 40 years coming in 2015 under head coach Steve Kerr. As Stephen Curry's back-to-back MVP awards and numerous three-point records, Klay Thompson's NBA record 37-point quarter, and Draymond Green's franchise triple-double mark have been joined by an NBA record 73 regular season wins last season. Just some of the recent highlights from the storied franchise's 70 seasons in the NBA. With
the new season in full swing, we're looking back at Run TMC and ahead to a mega fight in Vegas with a longtime friend and favorite of Dub Nation, Andre Ward. That and birthday wishes for the Destroyer, all in store.
We have seen 3 games since the last edition of the Dub Show, and now an NBA record for most threes in a single game. Stephen Curry stands alone with 13 three-pointers. A stellar night from beyond the arc where he finished with a game-high 46 points. Just fantastic as we witnessed history here at Oracle Arena. Now let's flash back to Thursday as we got the chance to talk with one of the best boxers in the game, who's also a longtime Warriors fan.
The Bay Area's own Andre Ward brings his undefeated record to the ring in Las Vegas on Saturday, November the 19th, as he faces Sergey Kovalev in a long-awaited showdown. The last American male to win an Olympic gold medal in boxing. Ward has been one of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters for well over a decade, reigning as the WBA super middleweight world champion, and now joins the light heavyweight ranks to face Kovalev in this mega fight in Vegas.
I'm fighting a great champion, Sergey Kovalev. His reputation, precedes him. Speaks for itself. He's a champion, and he's been a champion for a long time. So this is not going to be, an easy fight for me. But at the same time, I've been working to not just be a champion, but to be, a great fighter and an all-time great. When I retire, and these are the type of matchups you have to take. I'm moving up in weight. All the great fighters that I've followed and admired, they moved up in weight and became multi-divisional champions. So I'm just trying to follow in their footsteps and do my part and take on the best in the world. And God willing, get my hand raised when it's all said and done.
The Run TMC trio of Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, and Chris Mullin played together for just 2 seasons, but the impact on the franchise is lasting. Always potent offensive threats, Hardaway, Richmond, and Mullin helped lead what was the league's top-scoring team in the 89-90 season under head coach Don Nelson, pouring in over 116 points per game. The very next season, Run TMC was the league's highest-scoring trio, averaging over 72 points per game while propelling the Warriors into the playoffs in a first-round upset of the San Antonio Spurs. Tim, Mitch, and Chris, 3 players who left their mark as a dynamic part of the Warriors' storied 70-year history.
And we wrap things up with a look at a special video we made for Monday night's celebration of Warriors legend Al Attles on his 80th birthday. We'll see you next time.
Al Attles and the Warriors have been inextricably linked for decades, ever since his NBA debut with the team in 1960, as he has taken part in some of the franchise's most memorable moments, including being on the court during Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game in 1962. Following an 11-year playing career with the Warriors with the nickname The Destroyer, Attles became the team's head coach and the steadying force behind the championship title in 1975. He ultimately amassed 557 wins as head coach of the team, which stands as the most in franchise history. His number 16 was retired in 1977 and hangs in the rafters to recognize his tremendous accomplishments and lifelong impact on the organization as a player, coach, GM, and community ambassador. In 2014, he was honored by the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame with the John W. Bunn Lifetime Achievement Award, honoring all he has given to the game of basketball. Please join us in celebrating Al Attles, a true Warriors legend, on his 80th birthday.